Hi, this is Barbara Wiley from Barbara Wiley Art. Yesterday I found out that my camera would not pause as long as I wanted it to. I got busy doing something else, got talking to my grandson, and I came back in here to unpause the camera and it cut off. So we're going to do this in two parts today. So this is where I am. I've got all my outlining done, the roof done, the door done. I went ahead and painted my door and the two windows. So the next thing we're going to do is the grass. So we're going to finish this in a short amount of time. As soon as I find we're going to use the brush instead, because you can do it both ways. So I'm using we're going to be doing the grass right now, and this is grass green that we're using, grass green. I've been enjoying these little bitty My goodness. Well, you'll have to hold on for 1 minute. Sorry, had to get paper towels. Okay, we're all set now. We're ready to go, so I can change my colors. So I'm going to be using the small angular brush, and I'm going to be doing a little run right through here just to outline where my grass is, and then I'm going to go ahead and put my grass in like that. I want a drier brush. I got too much water on my brush right there. So I'm just going to tap in the grass. Now I'm going to be using my white paint up in here, and I'm going to be putting in some lights and darks in the grass, because I think it's a good idea not to be monochromatic if you can help it. And I'm going right over the little line I made. So I'll just blot that little line right out so you won't even know it's there. So we're just making greenery, grass, whatever you want to call it, out here in the front. And I'm going to reach over and get a little bit of that white and make some lighter places and work those right in, because it's a good idea. Grass is not all one color. Grass is all different colors. Lots of different greens in grass and bushes and things of that nature. So the important thing is just to cover the whole area. So I'm going to keep on doing the grass. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm done with the grass. Got that based in. And don't forget the sides. I did the sides as well. And now the next thing that we're going to do is dry it so that we don't get our sleeve in the paint. and then we're going to do silver here on the walkway. So I'll be right back. Okay, so now I have the bigger brush out again, the bigger angular brush. And I've got my silver paint here. I've dried my grass. So I'm just going to base in the sidewalk, my little silver sidewalk. I just think the silver looks really nice here. You could do gray if you wanted to. Gray would be perfectly fine on our little church. You want to be sure you get the bottoms here as we go. Want to make sure your strokes are going the correct way. So slow down, take your time. Another dog hair or two. I don't want it in there. All right, I can see that I swiped a little bit into the grass. So I'm going to finish up my sidewalk and then come back and take care of that. The main thing with the sidewalk is that you get it all going in the same direction. Now, the way I'm going to choose, I think, to fix my grass problem, I've got some on this side I screwed up with too. Anyways, I'm just going to come right in with my little brush again and make my line right down the way, because I have a couple of places where I messed up like that. Got the little silver, a little bit of silver in there, and that's okay. You can come right back over it. And while you're at it, take care of any little places where you might have missed. While you got your green paint on the brush, tap, tap, tap. Take care of any other places you might have missed. And that part is done. We need to dry the sidewalk. Be back in a minute. Okay, so we've got the green grass in, we've got our sidewalk in. The next thing we want to do, we can either do one of two things. We can either do the trees on either side, or we can paint in the cross. So we'll leave the cross for last, I think, and we're just going to paint in a tree. That is, if I can find my chalk or a pencil. Pencil will do, but I like chalk better. But I think the dryer blew my chalk somewhere and I can't find it at the moment. That happens. All right, so we'll use a pencil. So you just sketch in a tree and make you some branches. Don't make it perfectly straight. Something along those lines. And then we'll want the, this one here, the script. So what I did was I just drew in with pencil a tree. Hope you probably can't see that. And I'm going to get back here into this dark brown. And I'm just going to outline that tree. And remember, trees have stumps. They don't just grow. So give it a little bit of that. Make some graceful tree limbs. Graceful tree limbs. Just about every church has some cherry trees that bloom pretty in the spring. Let's see, just a little bit more. Okay. You want to get a nice line going down into the tree here because you're not going to be putting your cherry blossoms down there, but these up here are okay because you can cover up those. So here, over here on this side, I'm going to make another tree. I'll draw it in first so I get a straight line. I've tried to eyeball things before and it just doesn't work for me well. Some semblance of a tree there. Semblance of a tree. Get my base of the tree and a nice line going up. you want the trees to be about the same height so that they're growing in a similar fashion. Okay, so I've got my 2 trees based in there. Okay, now I'm going to dry those trees because we don't want them to go all over. I see this one got a little bit bigger, so I'll have to fix that with this one over here. We'll have to that's about right. Okay, let's get all that dried up. Okay, and we're going to go back to our light purple. And we're going to use some of that white over here. We've got white on the on the palette and some purple. And we're going to use actually I think I might use this one actually instead. It's a flat, it's supposed to be a flat shader, but it's just a tiny little point like that. That's what I'm looking for, because we're just going to dab. And what we're going to do is right here at the base of the tree, just kind of dab on that pink. And then you're going to come back in the white, and you're going to go right on top of it. And it'll make the prettiest effect. Look like cherry trees blooming. And then you can go back over it with some more pink. And you can go right down the whole branch. Go right up the branch. And I always put a couple down here in the bottom, like they fell. Like the leaves fell. The cherry tree blossoms, some of those fell off. I just do. I make clusters where there's a joint. I like to make clusters of them. It doesn't take long to finish a cherry tree. It's one of the easiest things to do. You just dot, 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 dot. This would be what a young cherry tree would look like. It hasn't been here all that long. The older ones get a big round shape on them. Our church is coming along. This is going to be real pretty sitting in your living room for Easter. Real pretty. I hope you go to church. You can join me on Sunday mornings. I usually go to Free Chapel, Gainesville, Jensen Franklin, now that one's done. There's the 9:30 service and the 11 o'clock service. And I would love for you to come and join me. Sometimes I go online. Been doing that a lot lately. Either way is fine. But the Bible does tell us to not stop meeting together. It's important that you go to church, and this is the reason why. Because at church you're going to meet people. And you're going to meet people who will be friends and encouragers for you. You need encouragement on your daily Christian walk. You need encouragement. And these people can provide the encouragement that you need. I'm just finishing up here with the last thing we'll do is put a little cross on the door. I am going to make this side extend over into the church a little bit, just for the fun of it. Just putting a little bit of myself into this painting. You can do what you like. If you want to keep it small, you can keep it small. I might do the same on the other side. You want to keep them balanced so they don't look like they're about to fall over. So there's our two trees. There's the one side, and there's the other side. Those are our two trees. The last thing I'm going to do is find my chalk and put my cross in. I'll be right back. Okay, so I found my chalk and I drew in my cross, if you can see it, just with my little ruler here. picked up the ruler and drew a little cross in there on the door. Tried to get it as centered as I could. So we'll see how it comes out. I'm going to get back into my dark color here. My dark brown. That would be the raw umber. This is not the right brush. That's the best brush for this. I'm getting my script and using my script for this. So I move my canvas around. All right, I finished my cross. It's the darkest of browns. And the next thing I'm gonna do is get my little brush here and get back into that dark brown last time and see if I can very carefully put my initials this one didn't come out as good as I thought, but it's all right. So, oh, you know what? There is one more thing I've forgotten about, and it's important. We're going to need a sponge. Any sponge will do, it doesn't matter which kind. And we're going to need the yellow. Almost forgot about the yellow. And we want to make the sun dip into that white. And we're just going to do it very lightly around here, coming in a little bit more, a lot up here at the top, so that this is where the sun is coming from. Just a little bit of sunshine coming in through that part of the canvas. sun is coming up. So, there we go. All right. So there we are. There we have our picture. There goes the white. Knock over all my paint. Okay, so that is how I painted my church. I hope you come to church with me this coming Sunday. I know it's Monday, but think about it. They also have Wednesday night services, prayer night. So if you've never been to church, this is a great time to start. I hope you come to church with me. I hope you enjoy this painting, and I'll see you next time. Bye.